Wow, don't we have a feast, because it's a top of the table clash between Gujarat Titans and Sunrisers Hyderabad. Don't go anywhere because you're watching a cricket.com match preview, and we have, of course, Graeme Swann in the house. Hello boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen, my name's Avnish Hegde and I'm wearing the Gujarat Titan blue, you reckon, but I've also got the Hyderabad orange slightly under it. But let's ask Graeme Swann who he reckons straight away it's going to be on the night. GT at SRH, Swanee.
You know what? I think this one's too close to call. GT are obviously winning games left, right and centre, despite not playing great cricket in the last couple of games. And Sunrisers are like a team reborn. From the dullest team I'd ever seen first two games of the season to electrifying pace bowling. So I reckon this is too close. I'm going to go for Sunrisers because I just think Gujarat may have won a few games that could have gone 50-50, too many, and it's their time to lose one.
Yeah, that'll mean they're literally hitting a 6 in IPL 2022, in the sense 6 wins on the spin. If you get it, you get it. Let's start with Gujarat Titans though, because the one particular obvious error that everyone's kind of pointing at is that top order, in particular their openers, because it's not good reading. Even the numbers suggest that they've chopped and changed but still no dividends. What should they do?
You know what? I wouldn't worry too much about it. The fact that they're still winning the games means, yes, it's an area of concern. If they weren't winning, if they were like Mumbai and they were losing wickets at the top but not winning any games, it's a vital area of concern. But for Gujarat, you know what? Hardik Pandya's playing so well, getting in early and steering the ship, that it's not a massive issue, I don't think. They just need to keep plugging away and hope that form comes to the openers sooner or later.
Now, one man in particular who's, of course, been part of that weakness is Shubhan Gil. Now, he's not got good scores to impress anyone in the last 4 innings. What can he do right this time around, Graeme Swann?
Well, there's that old adage, if you're not going to score any runs, you might as well get out early. Let someone else do it rather than waste balls. You know what, with Shubhan Gil, he looked so good at the start of this tournament. Yeah. Maybe big scores early on in the tournament, just push, you know, that line from Top Gun, your ego's right in checks, your body can't cash. Yeah. Maybe that's it. Maybe you just become sort of convinced of your own abilities that outstrip what you're capable of. And that's a nice way of saying maybe he just thinks he's in better form than he actually is. Shubman Gill's a brilliant player. I'm sure he'll get it back. He'll hit one out the middle of the bat and get the first 15-20 and then he'll be off. But yeah, the Shubman Gill at the start of the tournament compared to the one right now is a different player altogether.
Yeah, one man who's definitely a different player altogether is David Miller. Now, over the years, we've seen him how he's kind of susceptible to spin, but this year, he's not been dismissed once by any spinners and he's faced about 70 balls. I mean, has he done anything differently, you reckon?
Yeah, I think he's just a lot more aware. Bad players of spin bowling are normally guys who, after 2 or 3 balls, they'll try one thing. If it doesn't work, they'll go to a different method and keep changing the methods of playing. What I think he's done this year is just stick to one method. He's very defensive. He plays with a straight bat. He waits for the ball to be either very full or outside the off stump. Then he hits it. Rather than, you know, block one, try and sweep one, try and use your feet to one. Maybe that's it. That's not just for Miller. That's the case for everyone. If you want to be a better player against spin, pick your way of playing and stick to it like glue.
Yeah, just ask Rahul Tripathi because he's, of course, been brilliant this year. Now, we asked one of our other experts whether he's SRH's MVP so far this season. Would you concur with those thoughts, if he is?
Whoa. Other experts? What is this? This is like finding out my wife's cheating on me. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just saying Graham Smith, and there's, of course, Nick Knight.
Smith, he's a legend. Great name. And spelled
Nick
right.
Knight,
Well.
you're good,
not
mate.
Often people spell Graham right, but me and Graham Smith both do it.
Yeah, I'll tell that to him the next time. But, I mean, jokes apart, though, would you agree with Rahul Tripathi being SRH's catalyst, so to speak?
Yeah, he's been brilliant, hasn't he? And actually, I'm going to name drop here. Boom. I spoke to Brian Lara the other day, and he was saying to Tripathi, saying, whoa, check him out. How good is he? He's playing amazingly. So, yeah, when Brian Lara's your coach and he's saying, check this dude out, you've got to look closely. And he's been amazing to watch. And it's just brilliant to watch him do that because he's, you know, we've always known his talent and we've always known he's sort of got the ability to be one of the best 3 batsmen in the IPL easily. And he's doing that this year. It's great to watch.
Yeah, it is great to watch. Now, with the batting chat done, let's of course talk about the bowling. And it's a straight up question, this. It's almost like a shot of something. I'm going to ask you who, pound for pound, man for man, has a better bowling attack? Gujarat Titans or Sun? You're not even letting me finish the question. Are you so convinced? Is that because they've taken the most wickets this year, or just because they have the more versatility?
It's because they're on the way to the ground. I'm genuinely excited to watch SRH bowl. Genuinely. Not only have they got like an 8'15" Janssen with bowling good pace left arm, but the Umran Malik, oh my days. He is making the IPL. He's brought to the IPL something we've not seen, I don't reckon, for a few years. Like a raw, fresh, fast bowler, out and out pace. And Dale Steyn had said to him, I don't want you to worry about line and length and get the seam up. Bowl as quick as you can. That is your strongest suit. But he's got good control and he's got good areas and he's rapid. And I love that. I mean, Gujarat Titans, for me to say that straight away, no, definitely Sunrisers over Gujarat shows how good Sunrisers are. Because Gujarat's bowling has been phenomenal this year. And it is on paper, like stats back it up as well. They've been the best bowling unit. But to watch and to get excited about, SRH all the way.
Okay, you mentioned a man, Umran Malik, there. Remember before, I think in the IPL 2012, it was where they used to have these 6-hitting competitions with all the big guys after the match. Do you think they should do something similar with Lockie Ferguson and Umran Malik, because they've just been pocketing this fastest delivery of the match award every time?
No, I think they should just keep it going. A fast ball is only interesting if it's within a game. Doing it cold, like in cold, sterile surroundings, like with no game situation, doesn't matter for me. Anyone can bowl quick in the nets. It's doing it in a game that counts. So no, I'm rubbish in your idea.
All right, I mean, that's just wishful thinking from my perspective then. And look, Swanee, I mean, trust me, I have nightmares of this SRH attack because they just bundled up RCB for 68 not too long ago. So it's literally...
I didn't even bring that up. I didn't even mention that.
I know. I mean, look, I'm just kind of laughing upon myself at times, which is a good thing. But look, jokes apart, let's ask you about skippers then. Hardik Pandya and Kane Williamson. One experienced, one new to the lot. How do you kind of assess Hardik Pandya as a captain? Have you kind of seen similar things in other captains that you played under?
Hardik's great. He's very calm. He's very cool. I mean, we know he's cool anyway. He's got that deep voice, which is great. He's just doing a really good job. Captaincy brings out the best in some people and the worst in others, either performance-wise or character flaws. But with Hardik, I think it's brought out the best of him. He is someone who thrives in being the senior player, the leader, and he exudes a sort of calmness. It's not dissimilar to Stephen Fleming when I played under Stephen Fleming. He just had this exuded calmness that came from him. Flem wasn't as cool as Hardik Pandya. I mean, I think even Flem will admit that, but he's got a similarly deep voice, but really big hands. But yeah, I think he's a good leader. I think he's doing well. His team are helping him out. Because let's face it, as a leader, if your team aren't sort of performing and winning your games, everyone will say you're rubbish. Look at Jadeja. I think Jadeja's a pretty good captain, but CSK just aren't winning games, and so everyone's saying, "Oh, he's a rubbish captain." So yeah, I think he is pretty good. And
yeah, captain.
Kane's just captain cool. Kane's just, you know, we all know Kane Williamson never loses his cool. Just goes out there, knows how to win a game from any situation. Doesn't worry about strike rates and things like that. Just gets the game, gets the job done, gets the win. And is a good fielder. How well is Kane? No one's mentioned this yet. Kane's taking catch after catch after catch, and they're all good uns.
Yeah. I mean, Kane, look, the only thing you can potentially criticize him for is that first 10-ball strike rate. But apart from that, he's just been exceptional for the Orange Army. Right. Oh, no, he's nodding.
You cannot criticise him for that. That is a world-class batsman getting his eye in, and he always catches up with it. So shush. Stop it. Just because they bowled you out for 60...
All right, I'll take that one on the chin. Graeme Swann, let's just end this match preview then by asking you your Mr. Milestone question for the fans this time around. What do you have for us today?
Question for today is this. Which player is coming up on his 50th 5-0 IPL victory?
Okay, and I'll give you a clue, guys, because it's one of Swanny's favourite players who played for his former team. That's I'm not going to say anything more, but look, having said that, thank you so much. It's been absolutely fun to pick your mind about the top of the table clash, and hopefully from your perspective you get one right in terms of your predictions, because you've been all over the place recently. So SRH winning it for you, but I'm back in Gujarat. Yeah, it is true, it is true.
Well, read me out my predictions then, because I'm 100% in my mind.
Now that's wishful thinking from you. We'll of course catch you post-match, Graeme Swann, where we'll remind you of your predictions.
60 all-out bitterness that's eking through. It doesn't suit you. Let it go.
Alright, let's see how it goes, of course, tomorrow in that game. But until the next time, it's a goodbye from me, Avnish Hegde, who can't control himself, and of course Graeme Swann, who's still waiting for water in his hotel room.